Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and peace be upon all of you guys. Sadly, from the house of Parfum de Marly, a 2019 release, and a pretty famous fresh fragrance within the community that has quite the personality and impressive smell. The master perfumers behind this frag are Hamid Merati Kashani and Olivier Cresp. Now, today we're actually discussing about an inspired version of this great fragrance and one of the best overall fresh fragrances which I came across in general. I'm referring to the original and the inspired by it too. And that is Lattafa's offering, which is called Maahir Legacy, meaning skilled, expert, proficient, or adept, denoting someone with exceptional ability, mastery, or talent in a particular field, and can also imply being wise or clever. It's actually a popular male name in the Muslim culture. Now, this one, the Lattafa one, was released in 2022. Now, before we can discuss further, as always, please take a look at the presentation, guys. Okay, then, we have here the presentation for Maahir Legacy. In case you ever saw the box in which Parfum de Marly fragrances come in, and comparing it to this one, in my opinion, this looks much better. Actually, it seems that Lattafa put more thought in it compared to how Parfum de Marly wraps up their fragrances. So here in the front, we do see the actually the cap of the bottle. We have the sticker of authenticity. We have here Maahir Legacy Lattafa. We have this Arabic letter here, and here nothing on the top. On the bottom it says here that mine was produced in 2023. I actually received mine on the 15th of June 2024, and I paid the equivalent of $41.63 from one of our local Arabic clone fragrance stores called Rashid. Okay, and here on the back we have the Lattafa logo, Maahir, the ingredients, barcode, and it says here it was made in the UAE. Okay, in this case, let's take it out carefully here. We do have this layer that slides like this. Okay. We also have this cover here which says Maahir on it. This one also comes off, and we have the bottle tucked in here. Actually tied this bow just for the video because normally I wouldn't go so far after using it to wrap it each time. So let me untie it. It sits quite snugly here inside this kind of a foam cutout. Okay, so we have here the bottle, which there are people in the community who don't really like it. Honestly, it's not that bad. The bottle itself being made out of solid metal. We have here Maahir Legacy Lattafa on the front, and we have a sticker here on the bottom. Now, what I was thinking earlier on while writing the script for the video is that the reason for why maybe Lattafa went with a horse head for a for a Parfum de Marly inspired fragrance is because, as you might know, the logo for Parfum de Marly are actually two horses on their back feet, and the year 1743 in the middle. So most likely this is why they went with the head of a horse. Now the cap sits pretty well in. It's actually pretty difficult to take it out. And however, my gripe with the presentation would be with the collar here. It isn't fixed in place that well. Maybe it's just my bottle, who knows. And maybe ideally, as far as I'm concerned, from my opinion, it would have been better if they didn't use the head of a living being for a cap. However, anyway, let's go ahead and spread on my hand here so you can see the atomizer, which I didn't manage to see. It has this silver finish together with its color. Let's take a look. Okay, it's quite a good atomizer. Distributes the juice properly. Okay, okay, so let's discuss further, guys. Okay, so the notes for Lattafa's Maahir Legacy are as follows. We have top notes of lime, mint, grapefruit, lavender, pineapple. The middle notes are black pepper, juniper, berry, rosemary, geranium, frankincense. And the base notes are ambroxan, vetiver, oak moss, tonka bean, and cashmere. Now, first of all, I have to agree with what many people describe it as having a Sprite vibe, you know, the soda, which can be easily detected. But it isn't just about that. So, if you never smelled it, and you hear this, this shouldn't deter you from trying it or even purchasing it. Even though I don't own the original, the Sedley, I have to say it is pretty close to it since I did try it multiple times at one of our local niche stores. I can say it is around, let's say, 80% similar, which is fantastic for the price. It opens extremely fresh, pleasant, fizzy even. You get more than an adequate dose of mint. You get quite the dose of ambroxan, which personally I am a fan of, since considering that I really enjoy my frags to be long lasting, and this substance does help usually in accomplishing quite that. There's also some spicy element to it that helps it be even more enticing and quite complex, and most likely it coming from the black pepper. And in the dry down, since this is also my scent of the day, you do get the vetiver, you do get the oak moss, which actually combine pretty nicely, I might say. And also, if I'm not mistaken, there's also a metallic tinge to it, possibly from the frankincense, that actually suits the bottle design since it being made out of metal. Now, the longevity on this stunning fragrance on my skin is around 9+ hours, with at least 2 hours plus of more than adequate projection. And my rating for it would be a 9.3 out of 10. I do consider this being a solid alternative to Sedley, considering its similarity and the quality of it being quite high, according to my nose. And I can actually recommend this to someone who doesn't want to pay around $340 for the original. Oh no! Oh my god! But still wants to get more than adequate experience at a more humane price. Now, of course, this being a fresh fragrance, it is more suited to be worn during the warmer seasons. Like I mentioned earlier, I did use this one as my scent of the day. However, it's up to you. don't necessarily have to do what everyone else is doing. If this fits you during this cold season, then you should do you, as as it is said. Yeah, and I honestly enjoyed this one quite a lot. Quite fresh, spicy, uplifting, fizzy, and honestly, since it is copying a niche fragrance, it does smell pretty niche to me. Even though maybe you might say the ingredients are not the same or are not at the similar price tag, that shouldn't deter you, since considering that if you ever saw videos online, there are some reviewers who sometimes spray different fragrances from different price tags, and even people who are knowledgeable in this fragrance world don't always notice which one is the more expensive one. And at the end of the day, perfumes are judged by how they smell in the air, and if it's pleasing to you, and if it manages to come close to a much more expensive fragrance, then that should be enough for most of us. And this was it, guys. This was my review for the Maahir Legacy from Lattafa. You might also hear some people call it Maahir Legacy Silver. However, on the Lattafa's official website, this name isn't there. However, sometimes reviewers might give it a nickname so they can differentiate, since there are two more fragrances that have a similar bottle and they look a bit different. This also happens with, let's say, just as an example, a fragrance from Khadlaj, Shiaka. There are a couple of them, let's say Shiaka Blue, because where it says on the bottle Shiaka, there's a blue tinge on it, or Shiaka Red. Again, it has some red where it says Shiaka. So yeah, this thing sometimes happen within the community. People give it an extra name to help differentiate whenever a fragrance has several flankers that look almost the same. And this was it, guys. I do hope that this review of mine was useful to you guys. I can definitely recommend this to you guys. This being a fresh fragrance, and as time passes and we are approaching the warmer seasons, this will be a fantastic option for most of us. I do want to thank you for your viewership today, and I do wish you a wonderful day, guys. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.